pensier, di pensier, di pensier.
So today, guys, we're gonna be doing something a little bit different from the usual pace of montage videos, all that kind of stuff. It's been pretty exciting news for the Rainbow Six Siege community. We've got a new season rolling out, Operation Parabellum, which is pretty cool. So I'm looking forward to that quite a bit. So today I'm just gonna be talking about that, and I've actually got my book, book of notes. It'll just help me kind of like reference it and not drag on and waffle on too much as we go along. So first of all, I just want to cover off real quick on the two new operators we're getting this season. We're getting Maestro and Alibi. So for Maestro, he brings his own special gun to the game, which is the LMG, the older 5.56. Now, this thing, guys, is ridiculous. This thing is so easy to kill people with. It pains me. It pains me how easy it is. And the main reason why is it does 35 damage, 900 rounds per minute, and it has 80 rounds. So hold on, let me just kind of like bring that into perspective. You have a gun that has 35 damage, it has a firing rate of 900 rounds per minute. That's a big one. Okay, so a 900 round per minute gun is insane. Like, that means bullets are going down range super quick, and especially in a game of Rainbow Six where it's like rate of fire reigns supreme in the game, because all it takes is one bullet to the head and the enemy operator dies. So having a gun that has 80 rounds in it, shoots at 900 rounds per minute, you're gonna clean house pretty quick with this operator. It also comes with a ACOG and a foregrip, so that's another crazy thing as well. He also has access to the ACS-12, which is a fully automatic shotgun. A lot of people have been calling it the AA-12. It's not, it's a separate gun. It's very similar though, a 30 round drum mag with an RPM of 300, which isn't a lot, and does 27 damage. Shotguns in the game have been hit and miss. You usually pick shotguns with operators for utility for the team, opening up walls, lines of sight, peek holes, etc. So having a fully automatic shotgun is pretty useful for that side of things. I'm not sure if I can get a video for you guys, but I'll put one up right now. It's basically a video of Maestro's shotgun opening up an entire wall on a map. Like, this thing is off chops. You just need to hold down left click and aim around the wall you want to destroy, and Bob's your uncle, wall's destroyed. So it is ridiculous how good this shotgun is for clearing out walls. So that's going to be a new thing. That's something that hasn't been done before, a fully automatic shotgun in the game, so that's pretty interesting. There has been semi-automatic shotguns, but no fully autos. Obviously the sidearms, of course, both sidearms are both the same for Alibi and Maestro. For Maestro, you obviously get the Karatos, I think it is, which is, they're both revolvers, right? The Karatos is the revolver that shoots bullets. Bruh. The second pistol is the shotgun pistol. Now this is really interesting and cool. This is all super brand new to Rainbow Six Siege. You're having a sidearm. We've had sidearm shotguns before, but we've never had sidearm shotgun pistols before. Choosing this as your secondary is a nice alternative for opening up hatches, for opening up peek holes in certain walls. And yeah, it just seems like a really viable solution, a viable alternative to choosing an automatic shotgun for the team. So Alibi has pretty much the same weapons, minus the machine gun. She doesn't have that. She has instead an MX-4 Storm, which is basically a submachine gun. It does 26 damage, has a rate of fire of 950 rounds per minute. So an extra 50 rounds per minute on top of the older. So that's fast as fuck, boy. Yeah, so it has 30 round magazine. It does 27 damage and has 950 round per minute rate of fire. So that's pretty good. When you think about 950 rounds per minute, that is fast. That is hell fast. So let's talk about the gadgets now. So this is getting down to the important parts of the operator. So we cover the weapons. We're going to move on to the gadgets. So for Maestro, we'll talk about the Evil Eye. So the Evil Eye is basically a camera device that you can place on walls, floors, ceilings, doors, whatever surface you're allowed to put it on. It acts as a camera. Its primary function is a camera, but as a secondary function as a plant denial or a harassment device. We call it a harassment device because I'll explain further on what I mean by that. It's fixed, it can't move, it can also see through smoke, and it has this cool thing inside of it, which is actually the Evil Eye itself, which is kind of like a taser laser thing, where it shoots out these beams and zaps the enemy, and actually inflicts damage upon the attacking operator who gets shot by it. Also, it has a couple of counters. There's a lot of things that can destroy it. So you got your main Ash players can use the Ash charges to destroy the camera. So explosions, like frag grenades, any sort of explosive device can destroy Maestro's Evil Eye. Sledge can destroy it. He's like a organic counter, so you use his hammer to kind of break it. And then also you have like Thatcher as well, who can disable it for a certain amount of time. Also, when he opens the frame, so you'll see in the camera footage, it'll open up the visor, and once that visor's open, if you shoot into the Evil Eye with the visor opened, you can actually destroy the camera that way too. Moving on, talk about Alibi's holographic one. So she has a hologram, sorry, not holographic. She has a hologram gadget, and it's basically a replica of you, your player model, as Alibi in her default skins. Counters, she has 2 organic counters. She has 3 actually. She has Glaz, IQ, and Thatcher. So Thatcher, you've noticed a trend here. Thatcher is really good against any sort of device, any sort of electronic device. Glaz, because when he looks down his thermal sight, but if he looks at a hologram and there's no yellow, that means it's a hologram. So he'll be able to identify, okay, that's not the real Alibi. Don't shoot it, right? Okay, cool. And then you have IQ as well. So that's basically Glaz. That's basically Glaz. Nothing really special. IQ has her scanner thing on her arm. She flicks it up and she can identify electronics organically. Like, that's just her ability. She can identify any electronic gadget in the room. So that pretty much covers the gadget side of things. I just wanted to cover them really quickly. I don't want to take too much time. I've got a bunch more stuff to get through. So we've got a new map as well. So with the 2 operators we're getting a new map called Villa. The devs have put like little things, Easter eggs here and there about like, I know there's a lot of Assassin's Creed references in there. You've got a little marble bust, a little marble thing that if you play Sledge and you whack it with the hammer, it turns into a Tachanka, the Lord Tachanka bust, which is pretty funny. So it's interesting. It's little quirky things like that make the game interesting. And I'm glad they did that in the new map Villa. There's a lot of soft walls in Villa as well. There's a lot of soft walls, soft floors, and different ways to rotate through the map. I think the direction that the devs are going with these maps is giving the Pro League and giving the esports side of things a little bit more to work with these maps. I think with the new map Villa, it's going to bring a whole kind of new spectrum to the way games are played. So that's exciting. Keep that in mind. Keep that in the back of your heads when the new season rolls over. Echo buff. So this is we finally get onto the cool part of this whole presentation. I want to talk about Echo. Oh my god, he needed a buff for the longest time. I have been playing him since forever, because he's always been my favorite defending operator for anchoring. Echo's getting 2 yokais. So unfortunately he hasn't had a very good pick rate, because when they released him, Ubisoft even said they weren't happy with how they released him and all that kind of good stuff. So thank god he's getting a buff. I'm going to enjoy playing him in the new season roll. It's going to be exciting, can't wait. There's a general buff to all 3 speeds. There's a general buff to all 1 speeds and a kind of nerf to all 3 speeds. A nerf to all 3 speeds, a buff to all 1 speeds. Words. So basically what's happened is they've kind of made 3 speeds a little bit slower, and they've bumped up 1 speeds and made them a little bit faster, because before 1 speeds they were so slow. Oh my god, they were heinous. It's heinous how slow they are in this current season. Drop shot's getting nerfed. I dropped shot 2. I'm one of those guys that does it. Not on purpose. I don't do it for every kill. I only do it when I'm in a stressful situation, and it's just an automatic reaction. I just go straight for that control key. Now, when you do that, you don't aim down while you fall. The game mechanics now force the gun to zoom out. So it's kind of gotten rid of that whole like, you're holding an angle and an enemy's coming and they start shooting at you first, and you shoot it and you drop, and you can sometimes get the kill because the animation it's misaligned with what they see and what you do. If that makes sense. So you'll be shooting and you'll drop, and you think you're dropping slowly, but to them you're already on the ground by the time you've hit the ground, by the time you're falling. So it was a bit trash. It was a bit of an annoying thing, just something they should have got rid of ages ago. So finally the drop shot's getting nerfed. You can't rely on that control key anymore to drop to the ground. That's fine. It's going to be better for the game anyway, so just keep in mind that next time you try to go for a drop shot kill. We've also got quick peek nerf. I wouldn't call it a nerf. It's unfair. It is kind of a nerf. Basically what's happened is the old school kind of like Bolo, well, what Bolo's been famously known for, the quick peeking mechanic to do effectively, that's getting nerfed. It was a really cool and interesting skill to master in the game, and it's kind of sad because I was starting to get the hang of it. I was trying to like master it throughout the entire the last 2 seasons, and it's kind of sad that it's going away, but at the same time it's not completely gone. It's still there, it still exists, you can still quick peek, but I think what Ubisoft was trying to do is they're trying to get the quick peeking not just for the highly skilled, highly pro players in the game. They wanted to make it easier for everyone to lean in and lean out faster. So that way the lowest kind of like common denominator can get better at quick peeking than not being able to quick peek at all. It brings all of us plebs in the middle of the game up a little bit in skill. So it's good and bad, I don't know. I miss it though. I wish the snappy animation for the quick peek in the game still existed, because it was a skillful thing. Also, finally, we're going to talk about the final point here. We're going to talk about the map rework of Clubhouse. Now, Clubhouse has been in the rotation for a very long time. I think since launch of the game, it's been there, and it has had a couple changes here and there, but it hasn't had a major overhaul. So this is going to be a complete overhaul of the map. There's going to be new areas in the map that's going to be added into it, new rotations, brand new bar area, which is going to be amazing. So basically, what's happened with the previous Clubhouse was we had a lot of issues in competitive, especially, where a lot of the areas were extremely open. There wasn't much cover. Now that there's a lot more rooms in the map. Sections have been divided up by walls, so you can finally use the walls as cover. And we've got an extension now. This is probably the biggest one. There's an extension between the 2 top floor rooms now. It connects both of them, as well as a rotation from one of the side entrances down into the blue hall room thing. If you guys haven't played Rainbow Six, you're probably not going to understand what I'm talking about. But the blue rotation has now got 2 entrances. You can cover 2 angles, so it's going to be easy for attackers to not get funneled down that blue tunnel, which is nice. So I'm super happy about that. But that's all I've got for you guys today. That's all I've got to talk about. So I hope you guys like that. That's all I'm going to do. I'm going to head back to study now, get back to the grind, get back to studying for university. Got a bunch of exams lately, so I'm super sorry I haven't been posting. I think the last time I did a video upload was about a month ago or a bit over that. So I'm super sorry about that, guys, but you know, obviously life comes first. That being said, guys, thank you guys so much again for sitting around and listening to me talk about the new operation, the new ops. Hope you guys have a good day, and I'll see you guys next time. So take care. Catch you later. Bye.
Your friends' children, everybody you know is going to be decimated when my boys in blue roll in their tanks with their guns and their bombs and their tanks and their guns and their bombs.